Hi there, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2022. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can simply follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. Now, we do have some special aspects going on this month, namely Jupiter conjunct Neptune in Pisces, as well as Pluto turning retrograde in Capricorn. However, I'm not covering those aspects in this video. They are big topics of discussion all their own, and I don't want this to be a 45-minute incoherent rambling rant. So what we're going to do is we're going to save those for a later date, but those will be coming soon. And of course, if you are subscribed, well, then, you'll know when they show up. So what's going on when it comes to your April? We start off with a new moon in Aries, your third house of communications, pacts, promises, and commitments on the 1st. And so this opens up a 2-week window covering the first half of the month for a new beginning or a new cycle or new chapter to begin in your third house of communications, pacts, promises, commitments, and your peer group. This is a skip a grade kind of experience because we have a new moon in the third house. We are getting a lot of positive news or positive interventions or intercessions on our behalf from our peer group or from our contact list, which is helping us move up the ladder socially, professionally, artistically, creatively. This is going to be where a lot of you may be finding that you are getting lifted out of your territory or of your space. Some of you simply metaphorically, some of you maybe literally, in order to take on a bigger score for yourself or higher opportunities. With the new moon in the third house, this can also be a time where we are getting a chance to take part in some kind of initiative or change that is going on in a community we are affiliated with that is really cutting edge, that is going to give us a big launch in the near future. We also have the Sun and Mercury here, bringing attention, enhancement, and support from the Sun, as well as that focus of communications, haste, and productivity with Mercury. And so throughout the first half of the month, you're going to notice that a lot of outstanding issues or maybe delayed fulfillments of commitments, projects, or promises are going to be hurried along to their finish, right? Anything that's fallen behind in your life, whether it's something that you're involved in or something that's owed to you, Mercury is going to be working really, really hard to make sure that we are getting everything set up in a way where everyone now has what is coming to them and what belongs to them. This can be very important, especially when it comes to maybe delayed financial, professional, academic, or personal communications. If we have lost track of a project, or maybe we have strayed off a path, this can be really good for getting us back on track. The Sun here is also attracting a lot of support your way in the form of generosity. People are going to be contributing resources that they have to you to help lift you up as well. As I said, this feels very much like a skipping a grade or an early graduation, an early promotion, an early jump for a lot of you Aquarian people. And because it's the third house, it's very unique because the third house is one of those areas of the zodiac that covers typically the situations that once complete have a positive ripple effect on all other areas of our life at the same time. So this is, while seemingly all about communications, still going to be having a positive effect on your finances, on your career, on your home life, your family life, your social life, all of it. And you're going to get an opportunity to not only skip a grade, but maybe even jump up an entire sense of status and achievement if you allow all of this help to come your way. The thing that you've got to pay attention to, though, is that this is one of those energies that also requires us to maybe update, catch up, and get ahead when it comes to our training, our education, or our understanding of how a lot of these things are working, because there's a bit of an era shift, a wave of the future kind of feel to this as well. We also have Mars in your sign for the first half of the month. bringing that energy of action, passion, that obstacle clearing driving force. And whenever we have a planet in our sign, we are getting a chance to utilize that planet or that planet's influence wherever we want, right? That's why we call it a wildcard blessing. Mars in the first house is all about breaking the glass ceiling anywhere, overcoming persistent obstacles or persistent blocks, and also putting yourself in a position to be able to attain something that almost feels like it's either out of your wheelhouse or beyond your means, because you are getting this extra oomph behind you. You know, you're getting the Kaioken, power boost this month, the first half of, of April anyway. What is it that you would like to move forward? What is it you would like to actually have in hand and claim to be yours that you have been maybe working to try to get set for at least the last 2 years, possibly even 4? Is there something going on that we are now getting a chance to break a block with? There is also a focus with Mars in the first house where a lot of you Aquarian people are also getting a chance to delve into some things that you may be a bit too timid or a bit too shy to share with the world, because this can also be a time where you are attracting people that are very strong companions, whether known or new, in all areas of your life that are compatible with who you are on the inside versus what you normally portray to the general public on the outside. And so sometimes what can happen is our blocks are the things that we sustain, and these people coming closer to us that really are compatible with the real us are going to help us bust that out as well. We also have Venus entering Pisces on the 5th, where Venus will remain through May. Pisces is your second house of earned income, employment, your values, and your valuables. And a lot of you are going to find that the favor, popularity, and love and affection that Venus is bringing to your financial life is allowing you to make a lot more money by doing the same, if not less, when it comes to work. Sometimes this happens when we find out that there is a bit of a change in how our work or what we bring to the table is assessed. Perhaps we find out that it's time to adjust with the market, and all of a sudden we have raises or competitive opportunities showing up here where we could maybe migrate in terms of department or campus or job to something that's going to pay us more for doing the same kind of work. A lot of you are going to be finding that you are an attention magnet and a money magnet this month, especially when it comes to anything that could be sort of hot off the presses when it comes to news in your field, in your industry, or maybe at the office you work at. And Venus is also working on changing how things work at your business or at your office or wherever you are going about making your money in such a way where it generates more liquidity for everyone involved. The second half of the month, we've got Mercury entering Taurus, your 4th house of home, family, the domicile, anything relating to your roots, home economics, or a home-based business operation. And when we have Mercury in the 4th house, we are getting a chance to speed up the attainment of a deeply held personal goal that you would like to achieve with regards to your sense of sanctuary, your living situation, maybe something that you have been trying to bring forth into being for yourself, for your family, for your spouse, or for your kids. Mercury is helping to not only pull in the resources faster the second half of this month, but we are also moving up a lot of goals that we may have set for years down the road, so we don't have to wait as long. This is also a time where you may be finding that household economics is going through a boost as well, because we're speeding up the rate with which we are able to accrue wealth and hold on to it. We have Mars boosting this all the more as we go into the middle of the month. On the 14th, Mars is going to be entering Pisces, that second house of earned income, employment, your values, and your valuables. And what happens here is that Mars starts to bring a lot more wealth through labor and through great labors a lot of the time. And with Mars, what happens is that a lot of you may find that you are working some serious overtime this month, but there is a big payoff because just like we talked about with Mars in the first house, it's all about breaking a glass ceiling or breaking a savings plan in terms of exceeding our expectations, getting past some kind of limit if there has been a set limit or, anything like that. Mars is there to help you crush it. This is also going to be a time where a lot of, your work or your job or your finances are taking a lot of your attention, but that's probably because Venus and Mars together are working really, really hard to get you ahead of the rest of 2022. And Mars will be here giving you this opportunity consistently as we go into May as well. We have a full moon in Libra on the 16th, which opens a 2-week window between the 16th and the 29th of the month. A full moon is all about culminations, transitions, and endings. And Libra is your 9th house of higher education, government and legal proceedings, travel, as well as culture and your spiritual path and practice. With a full moon in the 9th house, we see something coming to an end that needs to come to an end because it is continuing to hold us in an old era or hold us with a trend or a way of being or maybe a cultural belief or agreement that is going away, right? It doesn't hold up anymore. These could be rules, these could be bylaws, these could be things that you've abided by, things that were set in motion in your community, in your business, in your family, in your school. We're seeing an end to a lot of what has been. And this is going to give you a big freedom moment. This is a very liberating full moon for you Aquarian people. Whether this is something that allows you to finally proceed with another chapter in your life, or this is getting you off the hook for something that you really shouldn't be on the hook for anymore. Some of you are going to find that this is removing a lot of limitations when it comes to travel, when it comes to moves or relationship opportunities. If you have been maybe trying to find time to maybe get more serious or more deep into a relationship, but again, a lot of things have been speaking for your time and availability. This full moon is going to be helping you out there. And this is also going to be a time where you're going to notice that your field, when it comes to your career or maybe your academic focus or your spiritual life, is changing, right? We're at the change of an era anyway, new decade. And so a lot of what were maybe the sensibilities or beliefs or understandings of the last few years are now obsolete. And so there is also a leveling of a playing field that is going to give you a chance to really give your career, your field, and your studies a big boost. Finally, we also have the Sun entering Taurus, followed a week later by a solar eclipse new moon in Taurus. And again, this is that 4th house of home and family, the domicile, your living situation, and home-based business operations and home economics. And you are all sitting quite pretty as we go into May, Aquarius, because the Sun entering Taurus is bringing attention, enhancement, and support to where we can step into a much more comfortable way. With the Sun here, a lot of you may be finding that your home economic situation is going through a rapid growth spurt itself. Possibly contributions not only from you, but maybe family members, spousal contributions. Everything is on the rise. People are a lot more involved, right? Attention. People are a lot more generous. And people are also going out of their way for each other more. This is also a time with the Sun where we are getting a chance to amend or transform our surroundings, however we choose to transform our surroundings. A lot of you may be deciding that because we are having such a very, very generous month as far as wealth is concerned, to start trading some things out, doing some renovations, or maybe even investing in a big move in the near future. In fact, with that solar eclipse in Taurus, in that 4th house, new beginnings and new cycles, a window is opening up between the 30th of April and the 30th of July for a big transition. So we're starting a whole new phase in our home and family life. A lot of you, I do feel, will be getting a chance to make a big break or make a big move, however you want to do it. Whether you're transforming your surroundings by moving into a new space or completely altering how your house looks, feels, and what the value is, that is there to support you. This is also a time where a lot of you who have been looking to maybe boost your household income may find out about a way to generate a new income stream for the household itself, whether it's a home-based business operation or something else. And a lot of you are also going to find that between the 30th of this month and the 30th of July, it's also a very strong time for anyone looking to expand on their family. If you are looking to maybe conceive or have a child, or maybe you're thinking about getting a pet and expanding your family in that respect, this is going to be a beautiful month. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.